What advice do you have for a small, conscious-minded e-commerce business that's just starting up?
Tenacity, I guess. And I think we have a lot of conversations with small business owners and medium-sized business owners, and the themes are all the same. They're in this fundamental shifting time. I'm sure you guys are hearing the same thing where they're having trouble reaching new consumers. People kind of flailing, right? Their business was doing well. It was in an economy that was in this bubble, right? The macro landscape was growth at all costs, right? And just start acquiring. And now everybody's mentalities are shifting simultaneously in conjunction with the economy and the macro landscape, and to become a little bit more conservative and treat their cash in a different way and look to revenue to support their business in a way. It's crazy to say that out loud, but truly that we're getting to that place where it's getting more normal. And I think the advice part is hard because every business is so different. But I think for Carrie and I, just being strong and steadfast and focused in what we're trying to accomplish and not trying to do too much and trying to find the people and communities that support us and help us in getting there. I think thinking about new ways and not going to this old way of you got to spend a lot in paid on Instagram, essentially. And then you got to either get on Amazon or another platform and that's it. I think now ingenuity, we can't depend as much on influencers. So what are the other ways Goodbye? What are the other affiliate networks? I think it's those dorky, oversaid words, but it is just having the tenacity to stick with these things, trying new things, not investing everything in one platform and seeing what works for them. And ultimately these innovative approaches to finding new customers is huge. Partnerships, collaborations, we found the most value there, but we're transparently like anybody else. We're shifting along with this, right? You said it before, we've got a two-sided marketplace in which we have to acquire users at the same rate in which we're acquiring small businesses. And so for us, I think community building has been the biggest, is working with our B Corp community, leaning into what we know is here versus spending a bunch of money on TikTok and hoping it works for us, right? I think diversification would be the number one word I'm thinking right now. And there's a lot of trial and error going on. I think a lot of folks are hiring, brokers to get them into these bigger retailers. And then it's not actually serving their margins and their revenues. So we're just in this tricky environment and I don't have all the answers either. So I think it's community and leaning on other people to see what's working. I talk to founders daily just to see what's working. I just found out the other day from one that their podcast strategy, they spent a ton of money on podcasts and it was blowing folks into their business. And you're just wow, done some podcasting, never done a paid placement on podcasting, but for them, it allowed them to turn off some of their paid media, in Instagram. That's just wild. We're just in this totally different space. So ingenuity, tenacity, all those words, bingo words.
Yeah, they're good ones. They're there for a reason.